for the week of March 23rd to March 29th. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you're returning. I'm Joshua the Psychic. You can check out my website, psychicsun.com, if you're interested in any of my services. So let's recap from last week, or this week if you're catching this live. The sun has entered Aries, and good afternoon, Casmar. How are you? Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well. So last we spoke, the sun has entered Aries. We are officially in spring. So happy spring, everyone. Spring has sprung. As the sun enters Aries, a burst of energy and confidence ignites. This time encourages bold action, embracing new challenges, and stepping into leadership. We're motivated to assert our independence, take risks, and pursue our passions with vigor. Self-expression and courage take center stage, driving us to start fresh and act with purpose. It's a period of dynamic growth, so trust your instincts, charge ahead, and let your enthusiasm lead the way towards success. The sun entered Aries on March 20th. I think that's a little bit early for the spring equinox. Sometimes it's the 20th. Sometimes, most time, I believe it's the 21st. And even, believe it or not, sometimes it can be the 19th, although very, very rarely. The sun will be in Aries until April 19th, at which point the sun will then enter Taurus. So spring has sprung. I hope everybody's enjoying it so far. Now let's talk about this week and how you can make the most of it. Make the most of just one small day because, well, that's what we do here on This Week Astrology. On Sunday, March 23rd. Well, we have a lot going on Sunday. We are in our waning moon phase, of course, from our Virgo full moon that we had. So we're letting things go. The lunar eclipse that we had, the Virgo full moon lunar eclipse, brings things to the surface. And if you know any Virgos and you know about astrology, Virgos can be, well, they're very good at determining what is not working. Like they're the critic of the zodiac, right? So you can find out really clearly now what is not cool, like what is not practical, what doesn't work for you, what doesn't feel good. So with the lunar eclipse, it's bringing a lot of stuff to the surface. And that stuff that comes to the surface, it's going to give you an opportunity to say, yeah, I don't need this, right? So you're probably going to get an understanding of where you're at in the different areas of your life. So release what no longer serves you, reflect, let go, make space for new growth and opportunities. Because at the end of this week, which we'll talk about, you got your new moon solar eclipse in Aries. And that's going to set the tone for spring and beyond, which we'll talk about today. So Sunday is the sun's day, the day of the week ruled by the sun. It connects us to the eternal present moment. It's a day to enjoy your life. Do things that light you up with joy. That's the best way to enjoy your Sunday. Make sure you're playing, that you're having fun, you're laughing, tapping into that inner child. It is springtime after all, but I don't know how much of that inner child work you're going to be able to do on Sunday. And I just say that because the moon will be in Capricorn. Studious, sober, mature Capricorn. So focus on structure, discipline, and long-term goals on Sunday. Capricorn moon is great for practical planning and steady progress while grounding yourself in ambition and responsibility. But remember, Capricorn as a sign, they grow old in reverse, which means that they're usually born under arduous conditions with a lot of responsibility, and oftentimes they're deprived of a normal childhood. Then as they get older, they get to have fun, they get to relax. And in fact, most Capricorns look younger as they get older, i.e. they look younger at 40 than they did 30, younger at 60 than they did 50. So just make sure that you have your ducks in a row by Sunday. You can do that on Saturday. It's rainy and cold outside today. I'm sorry. Rainy days and, well, I was going to say rainy days and Mondays always get me down like that song, but it's not a Monday. It's a Friday. Oh, Marlo, nice to see you again. Friday indeed. Yes, indeed. I hope you're having a nice day. I'm sorry it's rainy and cold outside. You're in New Hampshire, I think. I'm not sure if you're in New Hampshire or PA area. But yeah, keep warm. Keep warm. And remember, well, I was going to say April showers bring May flowers, but we're still in March. But still, you know, the showers will bring you bring you flowers soon enough. So your moon will be in Capricorn on Sunday. Numerologically, it's a 23. Now, as you know, the cross sum of 23 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. So there might be some kind of adjustment to the plan on Sunday. You might want to be flexible, pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room. Just because with that 5 energy, there might be some adjustment to the plan, some monkey wrench that possibly gets thrown in. So be flexible. 23 represents freedom and adaptability. It signifies flexibility, adventure, and curiosity, balancing exploration with versatility. And we got a beautiful aspect. So although we have our solar new moon eclipse on Saturday, there's a whole bunch of very transformative, powerful, and positive aspects this week, early in the week. On Sunday, the sun in Aries will sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Bold actions ignite transformation. So seize opportunities, and you'll experience growth through empowerment and change. Samuel Beckett has this, or had this aspect in his chart. Irish writer of novels, plays, short stories, and poems. He wrote both in English and French, and his literary and theatrical work features bleak, impersonal, and tragicomic. I don't know what that means. Tragicomic? Episodes of life, also coupled with black comedy and literary nonsense. He sounds fascinating. So he's a major figure of Irish literature, Samuel Beckett. So maybe we read some of him. I'm going to do that. I'm going to find out more about Samuel Beckett and read some of him. He's an Aries, or was an Aries. He was born on April 13th, 1906 in Dublin. And oh, wow, look at this. It looks like he has a Sagittarius moon. And if we know exactly, well, we don't probably know this time of birth, but it looks like his moon could be on the galactic axis at 27 degrees. And it looks like he may have a Scorpio rising. So his writing might be very, very interesting. The sextile for him, he was an Aries, and Pluto, when he was born, was in Gemini. So maybe we read some Samuel Beckett. I'm gonna do so. I'll report back to see what it's like. I haven't read him before. So enjoy that on Sunday. Now on Monday, the 24th, we're a few days into this Aries energy. You're in your waning moon phase. So what's love flows, what is not goes. And it's the moon's day on Monday, the most sensitive, poorest day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care, nurture your subconscious mind. Don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought if you can help it. Your moon will be in Capricorn on Monday until 11:24 a.m. East. So early on Monday, you're going to be focusing on your goals, keeping things in order, your structure. Now, come 11:24 a.m. East on Monday, the moon will shift to Aquarius. So you're going to then embrace new ideas and fresh connections. The energy is going to lighten considerably come 11:24 a.m. East on Monday. So under the Capricorn moon, you learn the rules, you follow the rules. And under the Aquarius moon, you can break the rules. As long as you know the rules, you can break the rules. So that should be a fun, interesting start to our week. 24, numerologically on Monday, embodies stability and responsibility, signifies order, discipline, and caring, merging organization with nurturing. So it's a nice flowy number, 24. So it's going to be an interesting, an easy start to the week. We do have the sun in Aries conjuncting Mercury in Aries, and Mercury is retrograde. Keep that in mind. Still, you want to make sure that you're enjoying clear, direct communication that fuels bold ideas. Speak your truth and take decisive action for swift progress in all ventures. So this guy, apparently I'm not in the loop, but he's a big deal. This guy who we have here, his name is Adrien Brody. You kids who are watching probably know him. He's an American actor, apparently, and he won the Academy Award for Best Actor twice for his portrayal of, somebody in Roman Polanski's war drama, The Pianist, in 2002. And he did a few other things that I can't pronounce. However, he has this aspect in his chart. Adrian, apparently is a sun in Aries, another Aries. His birthday is April 14th. And he had that conjunction in Aries as well. Yeah. So he also has his Mercury and sun in Aries. So maybe you watch him. Maybe I will too. Maybe I'll get caught up and find out who this Adrien Brody guy is. If you know of him and you think he's good, you let me know. Yes, exactly. My pleasure. So maybe watch some Adrien Brody, get me in the loop. report back if he's good. I'm sure he is. He's an Aries. Most Aries are pretty great. Let's look at Tuesday and see what's going on. So on the 25th of March, you got your waning moon still. You're releasing what no longer serves you. You're reflecting. You're letting go, making space for new growth and opportunities. So you have a stellar spring. Action-oriented Mars rules your day on Tuesday, which is ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. So it's a good get stuff done day on Tuesday. And your moon will be in Aquarius, so expect the unexpected. Keywords for Aquarius on Tuesday include innovative, independent, humanitarian, intellectual, unconventional, friendly, aloof, visionary, progressive, and rebellious. 25, numerologically, is about wisdom and change. It signifies learning, introspection, and transformation. Think knowledge and adaptability. And if that wasn't enough, we have yet another aspect this week, and we're only a few days in. Mercury in Aries is going to sextile Pluto in Aquarius. Oh, boy. And Mercury is retrograde, so you might be reviewing things from the past or reflecting on things. This aspect is going to give us sharp, transformative thinking that unlocks insights. Embrace conversations and innovative solutions for lasting change. So this guy who has this, I'm learning so many new things today. His name was John Miro. Yeah. And he was a Spanish painter, a Catalan Spanish painter, sculptor, and ceramist. He worked with ceramics. A museum dedicated to his work was established in his native city of Barcelona in 1975. So maybe you watch or you do some review of his artwork if you're so inclined. He actually was not an Aries, though. He just missed it. His birthday was on April 20th, same birthday as Hitler's, incidentally. And that's when the sun entered Taurus that day. But the new moon before his birth was most likely in Aries. And it looks like he also had a Gemini moon, which was on the galactic center. Supposedly, we don't know his time of birth. So to let you know, instead of really cusps, because astrology is very, very scientific. You're an Aries or you're not an Aries, right? It's very, very exact. However, we have the new moon before your birthday. So if you were born, say, for instance, this John Miro guy, he was born April 20th. Yes, technically he's a Taurus, and there's no such thing as, there is such a thing as cusp, but you're either an Aries or you're not, right? So we could say he's cuspy, but more realistically, we could say, well, yeah, he's a Taurus technically, but the new moon before his birth was in Aries. So instead of cusps, you want to think about where the new moon was before your birth, because that new moon before your birth is the game you are playing. So I would definitely suggest, if you can, or have me do it, or have astrology do it, find out the new moon before your birth, because that is going to tell you the game that you're playing in this lifetime. In any case, even though he's a Taurus, he has plenty of Aries energy due to that new moon prior to his birth. Haley, nice to see you. I saw you last night too. Kelsey, I saw you last night too. Happy Friday. Nice to see you. So do enjoy that aspect. There's a lot of very transformative aspects this week. Very transformative. And we haven't even hit that new moon in Aries yet. So things are moving along quite nicely, irrespective of these retrogrades. So on Wednesday, the 26th of March, of course, we're still under our waning moon phase. We're releasing what no longer serves us. We're moving on from things that no longer punch our ticket. Mercury, planet of communication, rules your day on Wednesday, so expect lots of correspondences. You may want to be flexible and pad your schedule with some extra wiggle room as you never know what might come up on Mercury's day, particularly with Mercury retrograde. So give yourself that grace, that extra space if you can. Your moon's going to be in Aquarius until 3:31 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday, so enjoy that. Embrace innovation and mind-opening conversations. Then come 3:31 p.m. East on Wednesday, Luna will shift to Pisces. So trust your intuition and dive into creativity and emotional depth. Numerologically on Wednesday is the 26th, which is material success and practicality. That sounds nice. 26 signifies ambition, reliability, and organization. Think material goals and methodical progress. I like that. Material goals and methodical progress. Yes. Extra wiggle room? Yes, please, please, please. Yes, definitely Marlo in the making. I appreciate you adding that for sure. So yes, numerologically, it's a great day. It's a 26, which is nice. And be like Popeye on Wednesday and have some spinach because it is National Spinach Day. Packed with vitamins K, A, and C, plus manganese and magnesium, spinach is great in a salad or cooked into a creative dish. Enjoy this nutritious green today. I think that spinach is a very good idea. You should have spinach in every single salad you have because it's nutrient rich. Whereas, like iceberg lettuce, I mean, it might give you roughage, but there's no real nutritional value in that. And if you like the idea of getting all those vitamins and you don't like spinach, you can trick yourself into it. I tricked myself into really loving spinach. I never did, but I knew how good it was for me. So I made sure that I fell in love with spinach, and I have it probably about several times a week. I have quite a lot of spinach, and you should too, like Popeye. So enjoy your spinach day on Wednesday. So on Thursday, the 27th, well, of course, we're under our waning moon phase. This whole week, we're going to have this phase before Saturday's new moon. And Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance, rules your day on Thursday. So it's time to think big, doubt your limits, and go beyond your stretch. Expand and grow on Thursday. Think about your long-term plans and aspirations. And it's a double whammy of Jupiter energy on Thursday. Yes, Pisces' contemporary ruler is Neptune, and it is definitely ruled by Neptune. But traditionally, Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. That's why one of the reasons why Pisces and Pisces season is such a blessed time, and why Pisces are usually very, very lucky and very positive, really. And 27 numerologically on Thursday is about spiritual insight and compassion. Think enlightenment, empathy, and idealism, inner wisdom, and humanitarian ideals. Now you got this beautiful conjunction. This is a big deal. Venus will conjunct Neptune in Pisces. And remember, Venus is exalted in Pisces, and Neptune's natural ruler, right? Or Pisces' ruler is Neptune. So dreamy connections inspire love and creativity. Embrace beauty and intuition for deep emotional growth. This is really a great aspect for artists, for imaginative pursuits. It's really good for romance. I would say just make sure that you are not seeing things through glasses that are too rose-colored, right? You want to make sure that you are looking at things realistically if you can help it. So we have Jean Bear is how you say his name. Jean Bear, which I don't know why that's how you say his name, but apparently it is. And he was a Capricorn and a French painter renowned for his numerous paintings. And he depicted the life of Paris and the nightlife of Paris society. So if you go to Paris, you can actually look at this Jean Bear's work. And you can actually probably notice how he has that conjunction between his Venus and Neptune. So yeah, he has that beautiful artistic conjunction, which makes sense because Paris is very romantic and so is Pisces. So maybe check out his artwork. It might inspire you. Who knows? You may have been him in a past life. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Yeah, it's a really nice aspect. It's really nice. It's really dreamy, especially if you're an artist or especially if you also are going on a date, like a really romantic date. That could be really good. You'll fall in love all over again 3 times in one night. So enjoy that on Thursday. Also on Thursday, Venus, right before that conjunction, will backtrack right into Pisces. Now, Venus has been retrograde for a while now. However, it's going to be in Pisces. It's going to backpedal into Pisces on March 27th, and it's going to stay there until the end of Venus retrograde, which will be April 12th. As Venus goes retrograde in Pisces, prepare for a deep, transformative period for healing and emotional reflection. Revisit past relationships, revisit old wounds, and re-examine your approach to love and self-worth. Dreamy and compassionate Pisces encourages a reevaluation of your emotional connections and how you give and receive love. Expect moments of heightened sensitivity where intuition and unresolved feelings may surface. Use this time to let go of outdated patterns in love Forgive past hurts and realign your values with your truest desires. Trust the quiet wisdom that emerges during this retrograde, allowing yourself to heal and grow from within. So Venus will retrograde back into Pisces from March 27th to April 12th. Note that at that point where Venus goes direct on April 12th, it's going to continue in Pisces until April 30th, at which point Venus will be direct and will be in Aries. So there's a lot of Pisces, Aries energy that we're going to be playing with in 2025, because we got Saturn, for instance, that's going to be moving into Aries, and then it's going to backtrack into Pisces. And then you're going to have Neptune really soon moving into Aries, and then it's going to backtrack into Pisces. So we have this motif of Aries, Pisces, Aries, Pisces, Aries, Pisces. So see where those areas are in your chart and work to balance them out. Oh, you know of him? Did you know of him? Yeah. I don't know of this guy. I've never heard of him. So when we're dealing with some of these aspects, they took place so long ago, right? That we're finding these people that we never heard of before. In any case, enjoy Venus retrograde in Pisces. I think you're going to like that a lot. I think it's going to be much easier than Venus retrograde in Aries, quite frankly, because Venus in Aries is detrimented, right? And the retrograde certainly doesn't help. So enjoy this. And honestly, folks, if you can really use these retrogrades, especially Venus, you're going to make sure that your love and your relationships really flourish. Even your money, actually, because Venus rules money too. So utilize these retrogrades so you have a really good spring. Like, take a step back, see what you're doing, and look at your values, look at what you love, how you're expressing your love and your passion and your creativity, because you want to make sure that we're taking advantage of these gifts. We got Mercury retrograde, we got Venus retrograde, we got these eclipses, and these retrogrades are going to help us to slow down and see what we're playing with, what we're doing, and what really is realistic for the rest of the year and beyond. So really, really work these retrogrades. Slow down, look at your relationship, do relationships, do some journaling. It's a good time to really reflect and determine what it is that you're looking for. And you're going to be able to manifest a lot this year, especially with Neptune and Aries, which we'll talk about next week. So keep that in mind. Additionally, folks, Wednesday is already full for you. Oh boy, yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, get your sleep and eat your Wheaties, Casmar. You're going to have a busy week ahead. So on Friday, happy Friday, on the 28th of March, we're, of course, under our waning moon. This is the very last day of our waning moon because we have a new moon solar eclipse in Aries on Saturday. Venus, planet of love and abundance, rules your day on Friday. So spread as much love around as possible. We should be doing that every day, of course, but particularly on Friday. Send love especially to the United States of America. There's a lot of division right now. There's a lot of people that are happy, people that are upset, and we want to make sure that, we want to make sure we don't enter World War III, don't we, right? So make sure you're sending lots of love to everyone in the world, especially our leaders in the United States, our foreign allies, the grocery person, the mailman, everybody. Send as much love as possible, because all energy at its basis is love. And if we can do that, we're going to have more energy. If we're sending love and being loved, we're going to have more energy. And love acts as a protection. And we need, I feel, America could use as much love as possible, right? So be sure to spread as much love as you can to everybody in the world. Your moon will be in Pisces, so that's a perfect time to spread love. Venus is exalted in Pisces, where she's happiest and most lovey-dovey. So your moon will be in Pisces on Friday until 4:35 p.m. East. So trust your intuition and embrace your creativity. Then, oh boy, on Friday, 4:35 p.m. East, Luna will enter Aries. So we're going to then be focusing on action, confidence, and bold new beginnings. 28 numerologically symbolizes self-mastery and leadership, combining ambition and teamwork with practicality. Doesn't that sound nice? Ambition, teamwork, and practicality. Follow new impulses. They may lead to new places. So you never know. And besides that, it's a great day for a hot tub because it's National Hot Tub Day. Yeah. And I mean, with these watery energies that we're still playing with, you should take a hot tub or a hot bath, maybe, or jacuzzi. Well, modern home spas began in California in 1958. Hot therapeutic baths date back all the way to the 1st century AD, with traditions in ancient Greece, Rome, and Japan. So, I mean, they were doing this a very, very long time ago, back in the 1st century. So maybe you can take a hot bath, or if you have a hot tub or a jacuzzi, you can enjoy that. A nice tubby for yourself. That might be a great way to end this week. And then the moment we've all been waiting for, we have our new moon in Aries solar eclipse on Saturday. So you're embracing new beginnings, breaking free from old patterns. Stay open to sudden shifts that bring opportunities. So things could get jostled around depending on where this solar eclipse is hitting in your chart. And it all might be fated, because these eclipses could bring fated events. If not, I would roll with the punches. I would try not to force anything. I think the big trick of moving from Pisces to Aries is that with the Pisces energy, we're more like, oh, okay, we go with the flow. Okay, we're flowing, we're doing this, we're doing that. With Aries, there's a little bit more willfulness. Like, I want this to happen, right? Because Aries is much more aligned with fire and the sun. So you want to do whatever you can to balance it out. Remember your Pisces lessons. Know when to let go and know when to push forward. Saturn on Saturday, of course, rules the day. Saturday is Saturn's day, so it's the planet of discipline, restriction, and responsibility. It pays to get yourself successfully set up for the week ahead. Get your ducks in a row on Saturday, so then you can play on Sunday, right? You'll have an Aries moon all day on Saturday. Keywords for Aries include energetic, courageous, adventurous, dynamic, confident, assertive, enthusiastic, competitive, headstrong, and independent. Yeah. Going to be an exciting Aries moon this weekend. So 29 numerologically on Saturday is all about transformation and inner wisdom. It signifies introspection, spirituality, and resilience. Think self-discovery and inner strength. And we also have Mercury in Pisces, conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So intuitive thoughts flow freely. Trust your imagination for clarity and insight. Apparently, a man by the name of Romulus, let me just make sure, Romulus is how you say his name, Romulus, who built the city of Rome. My goodness. So yeah, according to tradition, Romulus, along with his twin brother Remus, founded the city of Rome and is credited with establishing its early political, military, and social institutions. Romulus was known for his warlike nature. He was an Aries, March 27th, 770 BC. And he waged wars against his neighboring states. Not very nice, Romulus. Have you heard of Romulus? I haven't heard of this. Apparently, I missed history class. But he does have this aspect. So if you're interested, you could do a little bit of perusing through history and understand Romulus. Apparently, he created Rome. That's a big deal. I guess that makes sense. Although if Rome wasn't built in a day, then if Rome was built in a day, it was built by an Aries for sure. So enjoy your Saturday, enjoy your solar eclipse. Do check out your taroscopes for that. They're in the description below. We did that last night. And yeah, enjoy this fresh start. Enjoy eclipse season. We also have Mercury going backwards into Pisces. Now, Mercury has been going retrograde for a while, and it is now going to be backtracking into Pisces. So it's been in Aries. Now we're going into Pisces. As Mercury goes retrograde into Pisces, expect a period of reflection and reassessment, particularly around communication, travel, and tech. So this retrograde encourages you to slow down and revisit your thoughts, dreams, and intuitive insights. With Pisces' fluid and mystical energy, clarity may be clouded, making it a time for introspection rather than action. It's an ideal opportunity to revisit creative projects, to refine your plans, and to heal mental wounds. While misunderstandings and delays may arise, use them as a chance to improve communication and make necessary adjustments. Trust your intuition, but be mindful of blurred boundaries between reality and illusion. So Mercury is not very happy in Pisces. Venus is very, very happy in Pisces, but Mercury is not. Mercury is detrimented in Pisces, right? That's because you could look at it this way. Pisces' opposite sign is Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. So it's in detriment. So we have to just be very, very clear in our communications and make sure that you're seeking clarity if there is any confusion. So your Mercury will retrograde in Pisces on March 29th, and it will stay there until April 7th. Now, come April 7th, Mercury is going to go direct, thank God, and then it will continue into Pisces until April 16th. So you're going to have this Mercury in Pisces direct from April 7th to April 16th, and that should be a lot better. And it's good for love. It's good for imaginative pursuits. It's good for feelings and imagination, stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Kelsey. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Very, very, very soon. Very soon. I got to talk to Diane and we got to figure out a time. This week has been insane, the men brain. But I think that you're going to probably get that on okay, I don't know Diane's schedule because she's a very, very successful, busy lady. However, I hope, Casmar, that I'm going to have fragrance scopes for you by the 29th. Okay? Maybe beforehand. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to get together. But thank you so much for asking that. That's a really good question. So enjoy your Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And we did it, folks. We went through in the entire week. Can you believe it? The whole week, the first partial week of spring, right? So thank you, everybody, for joining in the chat. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next week for sure. Do check out all my free resources below. And if you want any of my services, well, check out my website, psychicsun.com. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Happy spring. Spring has sprung finally. Oh, your new coworker is very interested in watch. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks so much for sharing my content with your friends and coworkers. I appreciate that. Have a great weekend too, Casmar. Great weekend, Marlo. Nice to see everybody, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.